In video games, everyone loves to stumble across those... Let me see if I can do this again. Secrets! We are going to be going over 15 different secrets that I find pretty dang compelling about Brawl Stars. You can call them secrets, you can call them juicy facts, whatever you would like to call them. Seeing we have a few to go over here, I'm guessing some of you guys will know of some of them that pop up, and I would like to treat it as a little bit of a competition. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below how many of these 15 things did you know of before watching this video. And if you guys enjoy this and have fun, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I would love to do this again. If you do like it, make sure to let me know. Secret or fact number 1 has everything to do with Ash, our trash boy. I would take this as a little bit of a two-parter. Ash is one of the only characters in this game that actually got a really cool Easter egg watermark from the creator right smack dab on the back of Ash there, which is super cool. And seeing that this is a two-parter, we are just counting this as one. There is an ongoing theory that Ash isn't human. Of course, we really don't know what he is, seeing that he's enclosed in a trash can. But a super compelling aspect about his character, on his default skin, his skin is blue. I don't think those are gloves. I think that's his actual skin. The Brawl Stars cast has a ton of different strange characters in the mix. We have robots, we've got aliens, we've got dogs, we've got ice cream machines. So it's really up in the air what Ash is in the first place. Some people believe him to be a monster. It might be somewhat fitting, seeing that in the last Brawl Talk, we saw him chowing down on garbage, which most humans do not do. And several people noticed, though it could just be chalked up to the skin itself, but once again, he is not wearing gloves in this skin here, but he has blue skin once again with nails there. So it could be implied that that's just his default skin color, right? Blue. Super intriguing. Secret or fact number 2 is about our boy Beau. A specific aspect to his character that sets him apart from the rest, and that is the amount of times his rarity has changed. Which, dude, doesn't happen a whole lot in the first place. Normally, brawlers are introduced into this game having a specific rarity, and they keep that rarity. But we saw in one of the most recent updates, with the removal of boxes and a change to the progression, that the trophy road brawlers would be scattered throughout the game, getting different rarities. So a good amount of brawlers have had their rarity changed from that aspect alone, but Beau is an exception. He has had his rarity changed. I'll have you guys guess. What do you think? Come up with it. 3, 2, 1. A whopping 4 times. 4 different times. Man, hey, this guy ain't comfy in one rarity. Seeing that we're on the topic of old school Brawl Stars, getting into secret or factoid number 3, and that is all about our thick queen, your mom, Pam. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware watching this video that Pam was released into the game along with Tara with the second ever Brawler release update. The very first name that they had for Pam was actually Mama J, which stemmed several different fun theories that Pam is the mother of Jesse, which is pretty much so confirmed at this point. But where our interesting secret or fact lies is way back in the day, there was some leaked gameplay coming out of Pam's model, but on a brawler that has nothing to do with Brawl Stars even till this day, nicknamed and coined the minigunner. The minigunner looked a ton like Bull in the game, but had the mechanics of Pam. Very rough mechanics. It was a wild find, and everyone was talking about it inside the community before the update was released. To this day, nothing like that brawler gameplay leak has ever really happened here within Brawl Stars before Brawler's release, and especially strange due to the fact that the minigunner was a brawler that no one has seen up until this point. It was like a cousin to Bull. It was so weird. Moving along to secret number 4, and that has something to do with a really interesting gang of sorts within Brawl Stars that's been in the spotlight for a very long time, discussed within the community on several different occasions, to the point where we still, to this day, do not know specifically what it means. Playing this game, I'm sure you guys have stumbled across this logo here in the past, the cat with one eye here on the back of Crow's jacket. This logo has been within the game for years now, and we still haven't been able to pinpoint what it specifically means. Now, the coolest thing about this fun ongoing logo that keeps popping up is we actually got a little bit of continued context here. Within this most recent update, we very well could have been given the actual inspiration of the logo, a cat that the alley cat bull skin is utilizing for a weapon. We have this cat here with an eye patch on his left eye specifically, which is the same as this cat when orientated to the cat logo's perspective, right? It's super compelling. Getting into our next one here, seeming to be almost a distant memory at this point, and that is some significant changes to 8-bit some time ago, specifically a star power he once had. Arguably, one of the most notorious star powers in the history of Brawl Stars, later removed because it was so good. The star power allowed you to have 2 lives within Showdown. If you thought the spinning primos within Showdown is a problem here during current day within Brawl Stars, my goodness, you guys have not lived during the turmoil of 8-bit with this 1-star power. Can you imagine? Thinking back on it now, extra life as a star power is crazy to think about in solo game modes where you only have 1 life to play with in Showdown. You could literally be as aggressive as you wanted to, always knowing that you have 2 chances within a 1-chance game mode, dude. It was crazy. This one, I'm sure a lot of you guys are all already aware about, seeing that it's been a point of discussion on several different occasions, but that is Griff is actually a human. As soon as Griff was released, everyone just chalked it off that he was a robotic brawler, right? It just makes sense. A cash register for a head. As you can see here with some telltale signs, here on his glove with a hole in it, you can see some skin peeking through the glove. Even turning him around from the back, it's not crazy hard to see. You can see the skin on the back of his neck. The game mode Brawl Ball is a beloved one, it is safe to say, but it has gone through so many different changes. I mean, there used to be water in Brawl Ball, dude, for goodness sakes. That was later removed, thank goodness. But the interesting factoid or secret about the game mode that I'm sure a lot of you guys have forgotten about is there was a time in Brawl Ball's history that you could actually spawn behind the goal. But of course, it was later removed because of all of the cheese happening because of it. People would just kick the ball behind the goal. Dude, you score 1 goal, kick the ball behind your goal. No one will get that thing, for goodness sakes. Our 8th secret here is your boy Ray pulling out all the stops. I'm guessing a good portion of you guys have all already been aware of the things that we discussed here, though I'm assuming some of you guys have been caught off guard by a few, but this one, I got a feeling about 99% of you guys aren't aware of. And if you are aware of this one, you get kudos points from your boy because I wasn't aware of this until someone pointed out to me just a few weeks ago. One of the most bizarre things I've ever seen during my time playing Brawl Stars can be seen in this image here. This is not clickbait. Spike was a rare brawler for a short time. This is kind of getting to the realm of that crazy mega box offer for 140 mega boxes for just a couple bucks that happened. But putting it out here, we have Fang English BS or Silver Fang BS saying day 431 during season 5, some players could get Spike as a rare brawler. This was not only visual, since it was even possible to achieve it with the probability of said rarity. I don't blame you if you guys weren't aware of this one because it was only active or a functional thing within the game for less than a day, but during that time people were unlocking Spike as a rare brawler, and then of course on their account, if they unlocked Spike when it was later changed, they unlocked a legendary brawler with the ease of a rare. It was crazy. I would love to hear if any of you guys unlocked your Spike and it's on your account right now in this way. Our next secret is a fun one. You guys all know about creator codes. I hope you guys use creator code Ray every now and again. I'd appreciate it. But did you know that there is a secret creator code? I don't think you could find one person within this community that isn't a fan of Ryan, our GOAT. But it's funny because Ryan, not a Brawl Stars dev team member, is the only dev team member in this game that actually has a creator code. Rlight, his in-game go-by gamer tag, whatever you'd like to call it, works within the shop. Isn't that hilarious? If you guys want to support our boy Ryan the GOAT, make sure to use code Rlight. Kind of get you thinking, what other codes, secret codes, are out there that might mean something different? Are there any cheat codes with creator codes that will give me free gems? Maybe we just haven't looked hard enough. Getting into our next really interesting secret here, a brawler that has been subject to several theories in the past, and that is Mr. P. To this day, a lot of people are still discussing what Mr. P's player model actually is. I've even made theories in the past that Mr. P could possibly be Gene in disguise, seeing that their voice lines are so similar. But as we've discussed recently actually on the channel, Mr. P is embroiled with so much of lore when it comes to Star Park and the inner workings of Brawl Stars when it comes to its universe in general. It's theorized that the actual person leading us in the investor video is Mr. P. Him being one of the only two mascots popping up in the investor video, and quite weirdly enough, his actual player design stays strong with that notion, seeing that he has a zipper on the back of his head and a X there closing up the seam. It's been theorized that either Mr. P is a mascot, so potentially a human being within a mascot suit. Kind of ominous to think about, seeing that he's got some stitching there. It could be also theorized that whoever is within that suit is stuck in there now because someone closed it and sealed it shut. On top of that, penguins is a key discussion point from Ranter, and penguins popping up and being a key point in discussion a lot within other WKBRL workings. The characters and their abilities in this game have gone through several different changes, it's safe to say, one of which, Poco here, I find the coolest. Way back in the day when Brawl Stars gameplay was a little bit more cut and dry, there were no abilities in the game, no star powers, no gadgets, and definitely no gears, but the very first ability added was the star power. The band of characters in the game got one star power added to their character, and my favorite one by far was Poco. He had such a memeable star power. It was so incredibly bad, which is why it is no longer in this game. But the way it worked is when Poco would die in game, he would literally self-destruct or implode, sending out a shockwave of healing to his teammates. It was incredibly hard to utilize, seeing that you had to die in order for the benefit to come out. So it was really hard to control and make useful in the game at all. Our 12th secret here I hold near and dear to my heart because I've attempted it on several different occasions, so I'm assuming a lot of you guys are aware of it. But here in Brawl Stars, there is a singular damage cap, a cap in damage that you cannot exceed no matter how hard you try. The maximum damage here in Brawl Stars is 32,767 damage. Of course, you can exceed that with multiple shots, which we've seen on several different occasions, much like Colette tanking a whopping amount of damage because of her star power, which we actually made a video on. But in a single blast, you can only get to 32,767 damage, which is actually a number that you might be aware of or have seen before in other games. I'm not super knowledgeable about this whatsoever. If you guys would like to explain it a bit more thoroughly in the comments down below, make sure to do so. But what I understand it to be is there is a numerical limiter when it comes to the coding in video games that just doesn't let you exceed this 32,727. If you guys would like me to get to max damage with potentially one of the newer brawlers or other brawlers in this game, I could try to figure that out and do it for a video if you guys are interested. Our next secret or fact I had to throw in here, I don't find it to be that crazy of a secret or anything like that, but I find it to be super cool about Brawl Stars, and that is an actual confirmed partnership or love relationship within Brawl Stars is between a robot and a human. This beautiful piece of metal, Rico, our boy, has got that robot Riz. Piper and Rico are a thing. They love each other. Confirmed in several different ways here when it comes to different animations that have come out in the past. One for Valentine's Day, Rico went through a tough parting ways or end of a relationship with a vending machine that broke down, but consoled by Piper wiping away his tear. The cutest thing ever, man. We're getting to the end of our secrets here today, and the last two are WKBRL or Star Park related. The very first one for newer players to this game, I have been seeing some of you guys asking what is Star Park in general, seeing that it's been that long. People don't know what Star Park is, man. But seeing that Star Park is one of the most secretive things when it comes to Brawl Stars, I found it very important to go over the origin of Star Park and how players within the game were actually tipped off that something interesting was was in the works. And that was the very first Morse code. Whoever first came across that is a god. How in the world would someone think to look for that? But there was a blinking light in the Tara's Bazaar environment, the very first Brawl Pass Seasons environment, flickering and translating to WKBRL, which of course people then looked up and looked around for reasons why this was Morse coded in the game, and eventually stumbled across the WKBRL live stream, which then changed the lore and the cool backstory of Brawl Stars forever. But then moving along to the final secret or fact, and that is one of the most notorious sound clips coming from the WKBRL to this day, still not 100% broken down when it comes to its secret messaging within it, and that is the ranter's message. The ranter actually theorized and pretty much so confirmed at this point to be Dynamite. I know a lot of people think it's Gale, but it's Dynamite. But he went on and on for 24 minutes and 50 seconds, dude. For a whopping grand total of 4,050 words in that span of just about 25 minutes. It really goes to show how nuts the WKBRL live stream was, and specifically that message from the ranter. It makes you think the people who actually designed the lore of Star Park and made all of these audio recordings for the WKBRL live stream, did they script this? Did they actually write out cryptic messages within 4,050 words of craziness? Because dude, there's been a lot uncovered within that crazy ramble that helped us with lore. Ranter actually on his genius stuff up there. The people who worked on Star Park were absolute goats. I still can't believe he talked 4,050 words in that 24 minutes, dude. Craziness. But there you have it, everyone. That is our 15 secrets or facts, whatever you'd like to call them. Again, I'm sure if you guys have been playing a good while here in Brawl Stars, you'll know a good amount of these, but I'm hoping for some more of the casual players out there, some of these caught you off guard or you found someone interesting. It really goes to show how cool Brawl Stars is when you take a deeper look or peel back a few layers from just the basic gameplay and what it has to offer at its face value. But yeah, everyone, hope you all enjoyed this video here today. It was incredibly fun to work on, and if you did, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you all in the next one. Adios and take care.